All right. Well, we are going to continue our discussion on the general addition rule of probability. And so let's check our understanding on this. So a random sample of high school students asked students if they prefer toilet paper over the roll, and if they replace the roll with it when it is empty. Define the event of O over and R replace. Of the 116 students asked, 70 said they preferred to put the toilet paper over the roll. That is a very deep and it's a philosophical question. I'm glad they've been asked that. And 82 said they replaced the toilet paper so when it's empty. So they're very good, respectful um, people. Their parents raised them well. Well, in the sample, 58 students preferred toilet paper over the roll and replaced it and when it was empty. All right, so let's create our first thing. We're going to create a two-way table in Venn diagram. So let's talk about this. All right, and we have this right here. So I'm going to go and write this out. And so let's go O over the roll, and this is going to be the complement. So essentially, they don't go over the roll. And over here, we're going to have replace toilet paper, so we'll go R. And over here is going to be not R, so they do not like it over the roll. Okay, and I'll erase that a little bit right there so you can see our margins as well. And we'll fill in this two-way table. So first off, it says define this instead of the 116 students asked. Okay, so 116 students total are asked. So I'll put that right there. 70 said they preferred to put the toilet paper over the roll. All right, so 70 students said they prefer to put it over the roll. All right, and 82 said they replaced the toilet paper here. So, and then 82 is going to be right here. Okay, so when you have this, that means that we have 70. And then in the sample, 58 students preferred toilet paper over the roll and replaced the roll when it was things. So we're going to have 50, all right, 8 right there. Now, when you're filling out a table, make sure you do this correctly, okay? And don't make assumptions. So right here, 70 is the margin. And so when we have this, all right, we know that over the roll and replace was 58. And so not R or just over the roll is 70. So if we want to fill this other part right here, we're going to have 58, all right, or 70 minus 58. And we have this is going to equal 12. Okay, so those that liked it over the roll and do not replace were 12. Over here, what we know is we have 82. Okay, 82 right here. And so we can figure this one out by taking 82 minus 58, and we have 24. Okay, we can figure out these other margins right there simply by taking 116, which is our total, and subtract each one of these. So this is going to be 46. And we can figure out this one as well. 16 minus 2, it's going to be 34. And so we can do a bunch of different other math in order to figure this out. But in any case, we could also take all three of these numbers and subtract from 116. So any case, we all should get the same answer. Regardless, this should equal 22. All right, 22. Let me put that in there. All right. Now, in doing so, this is our two-way table. Our Venn diagram, if we were to draw this out, okay, I'm just going to draw a little box, just so we have this. We have our one circle, and we have our concentric circle right here. We'll say this is our O, then we'll say this is R. And so first off, let's place this right here. And so our 58, okay, people, so if we were to do here, we're going to put 58 in this little middle right there. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I apologize. All right, so you can see this. All right, so let's go make it a little bit bigger. Just so I can have enough room for this. All right, so this is going to be O, this will be R. All right, and we're going to put 58 inside here. Okay, so that's 58. Now, what is the remaining part? O, well, this is going to equal 12. All right, and together they equal 70. Over here, we're going to have our R, so we're looking at this column. 58 is here, well, this has to equal 24. So because together they have to equal 82. Now, if you add up these together, 1, 2, 3, what are we missing? Well, this part right there, okay, and this is both the knots. And so on our outside is our mutually exclusive, so we're going to say 22 on the outside. And then I'm going to just box this in, and there is our Venn diagram. That's our Venn diagram. And altogether, if you add all those two numbers together, all four of those numbers together, they should equal 116, because that's our total. All right, so that's how we do a two-way table and a Venn diagram. The next thing is we want to explain in plain language um, was, means, and find out. So what is the probability of this, of basically, and then find this probability. Well, this is the probability of students, okay, who do not, all right, who do not prefer toilet paper over the roll. Okay, do not prefer toilet paper over the roll. So they prefer it actually under the roll. Okay, at least we know it's not there. And so what is this probability? Well, this probability is not under the roll. Okay, would be 46, because that is the not, over 116. And if you put this in your calculator, you can have that equal to 0.397 about. Now explain why this is not equal to that. Well, first off, the probability of 0 and the probability of R are not mutually exclusive. Okay, they're not mutually exclusive. And so what that means is that if we want to find this probability, we can't just take these two and add them together, because there is an end statement. So we actually have to take the probability of O plus the probability of R, but we have to subtract the probability of O and R. And R. And so when we're figuring this out, we can actually add, all right, these two values together, because it can be all of the R's. So it would be 58 plus 12 plus 24 all over 116. And that would equal 94 over 116. And you can also add those different values together. So 58 over 116, and then 82 over 116, and then 70 over 116. So if you wanted to see what those other values are together, this would be 70, all right, over 116 plus um, right here, 82 over 116. And that would be minus, and we have our 58 over 116. Or this. So it essentially comes out to the same thing when you have them together. And then finally, all right, write the events does not replace the roll and prefers the toilet paper prefers toilet paper pulls over the roll in symbolic notation. All right, so let's check those. So essentially does not replace. So does not replace. So that'd be a complement. This is a not. Um, end. All right, so the not is the complement and prefers over the roll. Okay, pulls over the roll. So essentially, when we have this right here, we're looking for this and over the roll. So essentially, we want to have here. So it cannot, that n goes over roll, it'd be 12, so it has to be an end statement. So it'd be 12 out of 116. And that would equal 0.103. Okay, and that would be our value. Okay, and that's how we symbolically notate it. Probability of not replacing and prefers toilet paper over the roll. How do we get that? Well, in an end statement, it is a joint condition, and so we're going to put those together. So looking at our table, it's easy to see that's going to be 12, all right, out of 116. Bringing that out. All right, well, I hope this helps you out on using general probability rule, how to create two-way tables and Venn diagrams. Yeah, good luck and God bless in the rest of your problems.